Hey, what's happening? It's Dale L. Roberts, and I wanted to pop on here really fast, and I want to talk about something that has helped me become successful in my business as well as my personal life. And that is, of course, a task list. A lot of people are probably going, oh, come on, man. To-do lists, it's more like to-don't. Things like that. You know, if you're going to poo-poo on that stuff, I'll tell you, you just might want to go ahead, just skip past this video. Go ahead and click the thumbs up because it's cool anyways. Subscribe to my video, yada yada, yakety schmackety. Now that I got all that out of the way, I want to talk about exactly why a task list is so important. I want you to think about the most important things in your life. Okay? Now I'm not talking about your loved ones being things. All right? I'm talking about your loved ones, your job, your passion, your hobbies. Think about everything throughout the course of a day, a week, a month, and a year that you come into contact with. And think about the importance of each one of those items and how they kind of rank in your life. Now, I'm not telling you to rank your wife or your kids or anything else like that. And you don't need to be very open about it with everybody. You don't need to go over and tell your kids, guess what? Your mom's more important than you guys. I'm not saying that by any means. But you want to set some kind of priorities so that way you always know the direction that you're going. Because if you don't have a target, how do you know where you're aiming? And this is more important in your professional life. So if you're a self-publisher or if you're even a person who's starting up a business, having an idea of what your priorities are is going to really help you maximize the most out of the least within the course of a day. I find it very useful that I write down some of my daily things, and more importantly, I itemize it into a task list on my phone and on my mobile device. It's a very cool app. It's actually called, hang on a second, it just might be just called Tasks. Yeah, just simply called Tasks. Came along with my phone. It was really easy. I just set it up to where it has a daily, daily tasks that I do. Some things I'll add throughout the day. So for instance, I want to type 1,000 words per day. That's on my daily task list. But then again, maybe I just want to edit a particular chapter in a book. That will only take me 30 minutes maybe, and I'll put that into my little task list. And then I just prioritize those things from high to medium to low. So it might not seem very important to you, but sometimes it's the small things that really count in managing your time wisely. My good friend Scott J. Marshall, if you haven't had a chance, go over, look him up. He's actually on YouTube, Doing It Better. It's the name of his channel, Doing It Better. And he talks a lot about time management in his interview with Kevin and I over on Bootstrap Businessmen. And I think he would agree that if you could really start to figure out what you're going to do throughout the course of your day, you're going to maximize the most out of your time. And then you're not going to be frazzled and stressed over things. And sometimes, hey, look, this list, that's the last thing on my day. Like, for instance, on days off with my wife, I really don't focus too much on it. I just try to focus on just going with the flow. But any other day, I want to make sure I get the most out of it. And that's why I want to make sure I know my priorities in the order that they come in. And then the next thing is I'm itemizing them down into a task list that I can check them off as I go along. It's very liberating when you can check off something on your list and you get down to nothing and you think to yourself, what am I going to do throughout the course of the day? And that is what I want you to do. So that's my challenge to you. If you're watching this video over on my self-publishing site, or if you're watching it over on Bootstrap Businessmen or on that blog, let me hear your comments. What do you do? What helps make your day flow much more smoothly? Is a to-do list completely contradictory to everything that you do? Does it slow you down or does it speed you up? So I would love to hear from you. Make sure that you comment. Make sure that you click the like if you're over on my YouTube site. And subscribe over on YouTube, whether you're on Bootstrap Businessmen or Self-Publishing with Dale L. Roberts. In the meantime, thank you very much for tuning in, folks.